Hello, DJ King. Hola, Carmen. I'm trying to get my live chat on. Hello, Purse Delighted. It's finally Friday. Let me see who else we have. Ladies, if you would, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Hello, Dee Dee. Hello, Miss Angie. Who else do we have in the chat? Samariah Robertson. Hello, hello. We survived another week, and I'm hoping that many of you are getting ready to start your holiday vacations like I am. Hello, Suzette. Hey, Shani Cole. How are you? Ingrid Scott. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Get in here. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I saw that text earlier, Carmen, and this week surprisingly went by fast for me. But I almost feel like I needed at least one more day of no meetings to kind of catch up on stuff that I don't want to have to work on this weekend so that I can enjoy my holiday. So, little bit of a background here. One, Carmen, so just so you know, I even came downstairs in my UGG slippers. I know I'm always with shoes in the house, and y'all, Carmen is like never in shoes in the house. But because it is so stinking hot down here, I think I'm gonna just slip out of them. But I do have my socks on. Who else do we have in here? We have Clove 007 and Nika. Welcome, 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 ladies. If you would go ahead and hit the thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. For those of you that may not have watched Feed Your Addiction from last week, I'm just going to kind of bring you up to speed. Then we're going to jump into the bags. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags to show you tonight from a comparison standpoint. So I'm hoping that it's going to be a fun happy hour. So many of you likely saw my last Sip and Cuss. The bag that I returned, I actually got my credit back. Many of you reached out and asked from a follow-up standpoint, what did Dooney say? What did they do to resolve it? And I will tell you that I was so fed up that I just did not want any additional disappointment. So I simply went on to the portal from a self-service standpoint, printed a return label, and shipped the bag back. And the refund actually posted to my account on yesterday. That prompted me to, have this epiphany that we talked about last week, which is to no longer be tied to a brand. That leather is the most important thing for me, and then to shop companies that have great customer service that appreciate my money. And I introduced you to the brand Go Forth Goods. Well, before Sunday, the Friday actually before, I actually ordered my bag, and I mentioned to you on Sunday, at the start of this week, that I placed the order and that I was excited about the customizations, was excited for it to get here, was curious to see if they were going to be able to make the timeline and all of the other things. And here we are, Friday, a week from when I actually placed the order. And I placed an order for a custom Avery Tote, the large Avery Tote. I added feet, I added snaps, I added my initials to the bag. All of their bags are handmade to order, and they all of their bags are 3 to 5, I think it's 3 to 7 days turnaround time. And we are right, like literally 1 week from the day that I placed my order. So I am so excited that it's here. I got a notification that it was shipping yesterday from both my UPS app and the shop app. So if you are not using the shop app and you frequently are shopping online and you have a hard time like tracking your packages and so forth, supplemental to like, I don't know, the UPS app or FedEx or the United States Postal Service, A girlfriend of mine from undergrad actually recommended Shop, and I have fallen in love with the app. Nothing about today's video was sponsored, just sharing, like I always do, what I am finding helpful in my quest of finding the perfect bag and sharing some of my retail therapy finds with you. So, last Friday, I placed an order with Go Forth Goods for a crimson, and I did not bring the other red down here. Dang it. The crimson large Avery Tote, and it's here. It shipped yesterday, got here today. No issues with the box or with the package. The box was perfectly packaged, labeled. Inside the box was my receipt, a business card, a sticker, another Go Forth card, and it also had a leather key ring in there, and that is upstairs. I didn't think to bring it down, and I also didn't think to bring down any of the paperwork that came in, because as soon as this bag actually came in, I started playing around with it, and then I immediately moved into it, and then I needed to go vote because we're in early voting here in Georgia. Wanted to go and grab some snacks. So I went out and ran a couple of errands, stopped a couple of other places, and it was better than I thought it was going to be. So I've already moved in. So let me just show you the bag. I'm going to show you what I have in it. And then I have a few bags from a couple of different brands that I'd like to compare it to. Let me start by saying or reiterating that Go Forth Goods deals in full grain leather. Not top grain, full grain. If you're not sure what that means, please go back and check out last week's Feed Your Addiction, which was a Go Forth and Do Good. So if you're looking through like the playlist or the lives, that's the one that you're looking for. Their bags are not lined on the inside. They do allow some customizations. I took advantage of some of those, but I also passed on a few customizations just because I thought that it would be easier for me to show you the craftsmanship. So that's what we're about to jump into. So this is my large crimson Avery Tote. And let's just do that again so that you can see. Look at the shoulder drop. Look, slow motion. Bam. No issues. Can perfectly get inside of the pocket. I have already had both my personal phone and my work phone. I have an Apple device and an Android device. No issues in any of the 3 pockets that this bag has. Shoulder drop, absolutely perfect for me. And I added the feet, or shall we say the combat boots. Look at those. Those are brass. Are they brass or copper? I think they're copper. So let me just make sure that you can see those, because they are not shy about being visible, being present, and announcing what their job does or what their job is. I will get a little bit closer so that you can take a look at the stitch work. It looks like the stitches are red based on the camera, but they are not. It's just the lighting right now is playing around. It's actually, how can I, it's not red, but I'll have to see, like maybe, I don't know, in the thumbnail. Anyway, I love the contrast of the straps. If you can see right here on this strap, and then on this strap on this side, that's the only branding that you will see of Go Forth Goods. And let me get a little bit closer so that you can see what that looks like. Maybe I should have done this upstairs, but I wanted to be able to show you what, you know, like mod shots of me in my very casual clothes. There we go. So there is the logo. Let me move you a little bit more this way. Maybe a little bit away from the light might help. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so here we go again on the strap. One on this side, one on this side. This is the width of the straps, and then be prepared to clutch your pearls. Look at the thickness of this strap. This is like a really nice, like if you got a really nice, really thick belt for like your pants or trousers, it is, if not that thick, it may even be a little bit thicker. And if you think that is crazy, I did not get the top of my bag finished, so I didn't add a zipper. I didn't want the tops rolled, but I did add snap closures to the top. And I'm going to show you the snaps because they are perfectly situated, really strong. I'm very, very, very pleased with this purchase. So these are the contrasting rivets. These are hand pinned. Everything on this bag, craftsmanship and the materials, have a lifetime warranty. Look at the thickness, and if you follow me on Instagram, then you've already seen this, but let me give you the little heart view. Do you see how thick that leather is? I didn't get the top of it finished or rolled, no zipper added, because it's pure leather, full grain. It's not gonna fray, it's not gonna ravel. So I just thought, you know what, let me just go ahead and kind of get a full rustic go forth goods leather bag, and I am very pleased that I did. But just look at how thick that leather is. And that's probably a better view of what the thread looks like, because on the front pocket, the lighting was washing out the color of the thread. Oh, y'all, I am so pleased. After having such a disappointment with my birthday, what was supposed to be my birthday bag, this is absolutely perfect, because I think this is going to be a great everyday tote. And I wanted an everyday tote, but I wanted a red leather everyday tote. And as you know, there are not many brands, at least those that I featured on my channel, that have any kind of leather large tote that has an amazing shoulder drop and a lifetime warranty is just not heard of. Let's talk about the snaps. So I had snap closure added, and what that means is 2 snaps added across the top. So one here and one here. You cannot see those from the outside because they are perfectly aligned under the strap, so you don't see any additional hardware. You don't have to worry about seeing any of the washers or extra rivets on the bag. And what I have enjoyed today as I was standing in line to vote is that I've had a couple of bad experiences with Coach totes that once I get them all, loaded up, the top snaps, the magnets pull away. They aren't strong enough. I have not had that issue today with this bag. It is loaded down, as you can tell, and the straps are perfect on my shoulder, not having to adjust. I'm able to move around, and I don't have to worry about readjusting the straps, which has been a challenge if you've watched any of my bag reviews, because oftentimes I comment about not having any shoulder real estate and the fact that I'm having to do magic tricks to keep the straps up on my shoulder. But as you can see, there are no magic tricks required here. can easily get into the bag one-handed. We're going to talk about the organization in the inside, but this color is amazing. The leather is amazing. It's a pebbled leather, so this one is not a super stiff leather. This one is a pebbled leather, so it's already soft and squishy. It has good even pebbling. So my pocket is really, really pebbled and the back is really, really pebbled. But the front has a pebbling, but it's not, I don't feel like it is as pronounced. It may be a little bit more visible under the lights. I think it's even, it blends, but I just don't feel like this piece of leather has as much texture as this piece. And you saw that little scratch, how I was able to just rub that right out. I am loving it. For those of you that are trying to figure out, well, how does it compare to, like, I don't know, a Florentine leather? I immediately moved into this bag, got so excited that on my way to the mirror, it actually bumped the edge of the table and I already got a ding in it. And on my way, I just choo, 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 choo. And by the time I got to the mirror, it was already gone. So I didn't have to worry about that. I have commented on my channel about bags like the saggy diaper bottom bags. This bag does not have a reinforced bottom. So it does have, you can, and there's, I think, what's there? What is in that spot? What is poking right there? Let's see. What is that? Okay, so that's the corner of my oversized wallet. So it does have a little bit of a sag, just a little bit. And y'all know I'm a heavy bag carrier, but I'm thinking that maybe my organizer will help with that. I guess I need to secure the straps, but I think the organizer will help with that. But as you can tell, because it's thick, it's lightweight, but it's thick leather. It does have some weight to it, but it's not super heavy. I think it was like 2 pounds and 12 ounces when I put it on the scale. So a lot lighter than some of the other leathers, a much lighter weight than like Florentine. But it does have a little bit of a sag, and I guess I noticed it just because I'm one of those people, y'all know I like where my bags to fall. And if I can feel that there's like just a tiny bit of give under the bottom of the bag, but it's not sagging like a Speedy or something along those lines. So I can absolutely live with it because everything else on it is absolutely amazing. Do you see those combat boots even from way back here? Those are not shy. Their hardware is not shy at all. Let me show you my phone. So it is in here with no problems, and that's with the OtterBox on it, and no issues with the inside as well because there are 2 additional pockets in the inside, and my phone went in those with no problems. The Android as well as my Apple device. All right, let's talk about what's in the bag. So I just took everything that I was carrying in my saddle bag and some of the things that were previously in my Camden hobo and took all of that stuff out and threw it in here, and I was out the door. First thing in here is, partial bottle of water that I need to finish, and I'll probably finish that while I'm here. I have my Coach pencil case because I went to go vote and I wanted to have my own pen, my own stylus, all of that stuff. So that's in here. My Henry Bendel sunglasses in the hard sunglass case. So that's in here. Then next is my Coach large wristlet that I am using as a wallet that I desperately need to clean out, but it's also as a grab and go. It's in here. The next is the Monday Keep It Clean Organizer, and it has my wipes, my gloves, it has a hand sanitizer, and yep, that's it. So wipes, gloves, mask, and instead of used masks, I have hand sanitizers in the back, just the little pop ones. So that's in here. Then I have my little Amazon little cosmetic, and in here I have some more Kleenex wipes. I've got gum. I have some dental picks. I have my chapstick, some lotion, hand sanitizer, and a fruit bar. So that's all in here with no problems. And that's actually what you see in the thumbnail for the video. I have a brush. I have my coin case. I have a used hand sanitizer that needs to go in the trash. Earphones. Watch that needs to be dropped off at the jeweler for a battery replacement. My work phone. And my keys on the key keeper that is at the top of the bag. That's everything that I had in here. So here she is on the back, empty. And here we go on the front with the pocket and combat boots. So let's take a look at the inside. The inside is not finished, so it is all raw suede. Actually, it wouldn't be suede. It's actually going to be full grain leather, and then this is like the inside is more of top grain leather because of the way that they actually split the leather. So it's either, yeah, it's going to be top grain in the interior because of the thickness. So here is the front wall with a pocket, and the pocket attaches here with 2 rivets, and those are the same rivets that actually attach to the shoulder strap. And there is an interior washer that helps to keep any of the hardware from pulling through. And if it does, they have a lifetime warranty on their construction and their quality and their leather, so you can always send it back in for repair. There again are the 2 snaps that I had added for closure on the bag. And then on the back wall, I have another pocket, and then the key keeper is also attached, and it is at the top of the bag, so you're not having to worry about fishing out your keys or your contents ending up on top of your key leash and then trying to fish that out. Interesting thing about these pockets, they are both the same size. My phone fits in both of them, so no issues there. So Android in here, and then iPhone in here, and absolutely no issues. 2 phones there, and I still have room to put other things in the pockets. Here's the interesting thing: neither of the pockets are attached across the top let me show you what I mean. So these are just some sunglasses that I got in an Izzy and Liv box. I didn't take out the Henry Bender ones. But let me show you what I mean about the pockets not being attached. So they are not attached at the bottom, so they are free floating. Hardware attached here at the top are the same rivets that are holding the strap in place. Can you see that right there? I had my initials stamped. They automatically put it on the inside pocket in the center unless you specify someplace different in your order instructions. So I've got my initials branded there on the back pocket. And then the pockets do not attach to the bag wall. So if you are, I don't know, person that has like reading glasses or driving glasses and work glasses and sunglasses, if you if you like to kind of keep those easily accessible but not necessarily in a case, then you can actually just kind of take your sunglasses and stick the arm in the back of the pocket and then just let them hang there. And because they are against the suede, softer part of the bag or the top grain leather, you don't have to worry about your lenses getting scratched. So there's a little bit of added storage in that regard. Depending on the cap of a pen, you could probably get your pens to clip on the back side of the pocket so that you can take advantage of some additional storage space there as well. That is not marketed that way, but I'm just thinking of ways that you might be able to kind of expand the organization without adding a lot of weight with a bunch of pouches or things along those lines. All right. Let me let you look a little bit at the construction on the inside of the bag. So it's all raw seams. I love this because y'all know how I feel about dark bag interiors. And this one, of course, does not have it because it is the same color as the leather on the outside of the bag. So it keeps the interior of the bag nice and bright and light so that you can find all of your stuff. And then there's some, let me see. Here is the stitch work, and you can see the seam allowance there. And then again, another profile of the thickness of the full grain pebbled leather. And it is already soft and buttery. This bag will not stand up on its own. Even when I got it right out of the box, it would not stand up on its own. But I will also say that in the few hours that I have carried it today, the pockets have already kind of started to get a little bit looser. Like when I first slid my phone in, I was like, uh-oh, that's gonna be tight. But just working that leather just a little bit, the pocket has loosened up and I don't have any issues now getting my phone in and out of any of the pockets, interior, exterior. And I don't know if I can show you the feet from the inside because I don't want to flip it. But so there is the reinforcement. So the pin head, and the bottom they have leather rivets, or I'm sorry, leather washers, because this is, of course, there's a different level of pressure and strain on the bottom of the bag than on the handles. The handles are reinforced with a brass washer, but the bottom, the washer is actually the same leather, and if it pulls through, which I don't see it happening, but if it does, you have a lifetime warranty. And for those of you that are just joining, let me show you again the combat boots on the bottom of this bag. They are not shy at all. They know that their job is to protect the bottom of this bag, and they are taking it pretty serious. All right, so let me show you my bag organizer because This bag, I think if I remember correctly, it is a 19-liter capacity. And there were a couple of times today when I carried it that it actually folded in on its sides. Does that look familiar? Yep. So I know that is not the intent, but when I had my keys temporarily hanging from the top of the bag versus using the key keeper, it did just kind of fold in and it gave it a completely different shape. So that was neat to see. But I've got a bag organizer here from Pelicus on Amazon. It is not, so it's got like partial stuff from previous times I've carried it. I've got an expandable fan here, sunglasses, my Mario Badescu facial spray, which because it is hot down here with the heat on, moving around. Got my knee brace in here for when I travel, and sometimes, you guys know, I tore my meniscus, so sometimes I need that when I'm driving to stabilize my knee. Then I've got a bunch of receipts that I need to go through, checkbook, couple of gift cards, some allergy meds, one of those little, anyway, I've got some other stuff in here, but the point of all of this is this goes into this bag with no problems, with room to spare. Let me get it level in the bottom. It kind of dropped in there sideways. There we go. So here's what it looks like with the bag organizer in. Oh, that shoulder drop. Oh my goodness, I love the shoulder drop. Because I don't have to do strap maneuvers and cartwheels and tricks to get it on my shoulder. And from an interior standpoint, let's see if you can see how much space. See how much space is left up here? So it swallows this organizer. And this is the large Pelicus organizer. You can find it in my Amazon store or just by searching on Amazon for Pelicus, Pelicus. And of course, it's in the color red. They have a couple of different sizes. This is the large one, and there is plenty of space. So if I wanted to stick my full-size bottle of hand sanitizer or my bottled water or a reusable water bottle, any of that, there's plenty of room for you to add other stuff, including maybe even another pocket pouch or something like that on the side. Let me tell you, if the shoulder drop in right going forward, it's going to be an easy pass for me because this is perfect. I'm going to, here are the snaps again here. Did you hear that? Did you, let me let you hear that hardware again, because between hearing feet and hearing hardware, I know my audience. So let me let you listen to that again. I'm going to get really quiet so that you can hear it again. Listen to this. That's not going anywhere. And that's even when I first started the video, I had all of my stuff in there and no problems. So, let me take this out and let's start with a comparison from a bag that I carried quite a bit in 2020 and actually had to force myself out of, and it is the Coach Central Central Zip Tote. So yeah, Central Top Zip Tote. Somebody correct me if I got the name of that wrong. I'm sure y'all will, but for those that may not be familiar with it, it does have a zipper top closure, great shoulder drop, no issues. This bag does, of course, have a sag to it, but when I added the bag organizer to it, it was absolutely perfect, but no feet here. So it's lightweight leather, great shoulder drop, no outside pocket, very little, let's see, there we go, zip top closure, dark lining though in the interior, and the only organization that it has is one back wall snap pocket that probably most of you didn't even see because it's so dark until I actually pulled it. And you hear that? Listen to this one again. Listen to the it sounded like a gnat pooted. Listen to this. All right, that's pulling it apart, but listen to it close. Did y'all hear it? That's not what we call hardware here on my channel. I mean, it's there, but that's a joke right there. It pulls apart. It sounds like it's really strong, but listen, so really quick, and my grandfather will probably roll over in his grave when I tell this story, but my grandmother will laugh because she'll find it hilarious. So my grandfather's nickname was B, like the letter B, which was short for Brody. And I think my personality is very similar to my grandmother's, right? I am very much an introvert, but I have extrovert tendencies. My mom has always said that if you put my girls on stage, they will perform. So I'm on stage. But if my grandmother would get upset with my grandfather about something, he would get like really, really quiet. He like was not one of those men that raised his voice or anything, and it would tear her nerves to pieces. And she would, kind of lean in like she was going to stick her ear in his mouth to hear what he's saying. And she'd say, I don't understand what you're saying, B. A gnat can fart louder than you're talking. And of course, everybody in the house would think that that was absolutely hilarious. And the fact that he didn't speak any louder for her to hear him just got even more under her, under her skin. But I thought that it was hilarious that a gnat can fart louder than you're talking, B. And y'all know you can't hear a gnat. But this is what a gnat's fart would sound like. Listen to it again. That's what it sounds like. All right, so I'm done talking about Coach, but here is this bag. It is. I've kind of been in and out of this bag. Whether it's stuffed or not, it's hard to get the leather to yield again when it is after it's been used. So, I mean, it is what it is. I've enjoyed carrying it. It stays out. I will occasionally throw my stuff in here. It's always in a bag organizer because otherwise I just get more of this and then it doesn't want to relax. But I do wish that this bag was a little bit more substantial in leather, and I do wish that Coach would put feet on the bottom of its bags. But this was a contender. I've reached for this bag many times in 2020. Love the neutral taupe color. Caught it when Coach was having a sale, and I have been very pleased with it. But I just want you to see what Coach considers a thick leather, and this is, with the glazing. I don't know, can y'all see it? So that's the thickness of this Coach pebbled, refined leather. And then, look, there's no comparison between these leathers. I know seeing is believing, and some of you are still, will, buy from Coach, and I will too, I'm sure. But there's just no comparison between, and this is a raw unfinished edge, and this is Coach doing all of the fanciness to the top of its leather, and it's still just a little over being paper thin, quite honestly. Great shoulder drop. But here we go with the bags. The Go Forth Leather Goods one is just slightly longer on my hip, but it's still in the sweet spot because y'all know I like them to kind of hit so that I can put the bottom of my hand underneath my bag if I want to. And this one sits much higher, much smaller from a depth standpoint. If you're one of those people that like holding onto the corner of your bag or the strap, you can do both of those with this bag. So there we go with this soft, full grain crimson leather, and then you just can't do that with the Coach leather. But there we go from a comparison standpoint. Alrighty, and I put my phone down, so I have no clue right now what's going on in the chat. So let me check that. All right. So the next bag is, what do I want to go to next? Let's go with the Greta Leisure Shopper. Not leather. This is coated canvas. It does have feet on the bottom, reinforced feet and a reinforced bottom, piping, a little bit more detail, a little bit more hardware from a branding standpoint, zipper top closure. This silhouette is one of my favorites, but it only was offered recently in the color red in I can't remember, the Eva, something like that. But it was a little too late for me, so I passed on it, especially knowing that I had this one coming. This one does also have double shoulder drop zipper top closure, lined in the interior, and it does have a bit more organization. It also has a key keeper, so it has a front wall slip and snap, also lined in red cotton twill. The zipper top closure can be folded all the way back because of the zipper extension, so that you can use it as an open top tote. And then on the back wall, let me get it. On the back wall, you have both a zipper and a slip pocket along with the logo patch on the back wall. One of the things about adding the zipper to a Go Forth leather bag is that the zippers are more like a jacket zipper, so it completely disconnects at the end, so that the zipper lays completely flat, so that you can always use the bag as an open tote if you like it that way. But it does not have a zipper in or zipper stop. You do have to put it on the track, just kind of like you were zipping up a jacket, and then it is a YKK full brass zipper on the top if you have that added to the Go Forth tote. So let's just kind of from a, I don't know that let's see here. Okay. So both of them are right, actually. The Greta is actually sits a little bit lower. Okay, sits a little bit lower, and of course you see the strap, it will not stay, and that is even with the top of this bag zipped. This strap does not want to stay. It is one of the better strap designs and better strap drops, but even with my little narrow shoulders, it just does not always want to stay in place. But y'all know I love my leisure shoppers, and I have more than probably one person should ever have. They do both have feet under the bottom, and we're going to do a little boot comparison. to see. Can y'all even see the Dooney ones? Yep. Okay, some of y'all are gonna say, well, it was the angle, so let's do it this way then. All right. There we go. There's the angle. There they are right there. You can see them? And shoulder drop. No issues with either one of these. I do, however, love the fact that I have an outside pocket on this one so I can get my phone if I decide to put my keys, if I'm trying to drop cash from the cash register, as I'm trying to get out the store, or receipts. This bag does have the option, and the Avery comes with or without a pocket in the multiple sizes. No outside pocket option on the Greta Leisure. From a weight standpoint, this one is heavier. Only slightly heavier though, it feels. And then it could be off just because, let me see, because my right hand is my dominant hand. Oh yeah. This one's definitely heavier. Definitely more substantial here. This one does have some weight on it, but this one is also stuffed. It's also got the cotton twill lining, more hardware on it, more piping, more leather trim. As far as what the canvas by itself would weigh, but this one does carry the weight. All right, so there's that comparison. The next one is the medium Russell, and let's just look. It doesn't pass the elbow test, which we already knew. This one does sit a little bit higher. Shoulder drop, definitely better on the Avery. Much better on the Avery. But for me, I'm really curious about these two because they both have snap closures. This one has 3. This one has 2. They both have feet under the bottom. What's that? So here we go. And then there are your feet. Outside pocket on the back, or I guess if you wanted to carry it reversed, you could call it a front pocket, zippered, and it is a really nice size pocket. The drawback on this bag is the shoulder drop, and that's not the first time you've heard that on this channel. It is the shoulder drop, and you just don't have this one. No issues with this one with the drop. So if this drop and pocket, the shoulder drop. I am a long time collector and lover of Russell. Started with the medium, but the medium has I've always had an issue with the shoulder drop, the large one has a much, much, much better shoulder drop, but the large one has just been too large for me to carry as a purse every day. So, 3 snaps across the top here, so you have 2 here, and then you have the center magnet zip there. Let's take a listen at the hardware. All right, and now let's listen to the snap. Ooh, the Coach one actually had a better sound coming apart than this one. But it doesn't have it's not much louder. Okay, that's better. But it still doesn't have the sound that the center one does. I hate having to do that. I should not have to use 2 hands to get my bag on my shoulder. But if you are doing this, either you got to do some tricks, or you have to do this whole threading it up your arm thing and that to me is just, it's a waste of energy. But there we go with the rustle, which will not stay on my shoulder. Somebody's gonna say it was because of the plastic. Okay, there we go. And you know, I had to really like Russell to get it in black. I think I have all 3 colors in black, or all 3 sizes, I'm sorry, in black. But the shoulder drop is only good on the large one, and it's a little bit better on the small one. So there's comparison number 3. And then comparison number 4. This is another bag that I carried and had to force myself out of. It is in the MCM large, no, this is the MCM medium Clara tote in the embossed leather. And so there she is, stuffed to the max. She has I carry the pocket on the outside, but it really is a back pocket. So there we go there. And yes, look at the shoulder drop. Look, 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 look. One-handed. It does not have feet under the bottom, and there is no option to customize it or to add feet, which the other brands don't offer that either. But there we go. Outside pocket. Let me grab a phone. So outside pocket here. Oh, the pocket snapped. Okay, outside pocket. You see a little bit of the silhouette here. And then my Android. You see a little bit of the silhouette here. But that does, both of them do fit in the pocket. Let's take a look at listen to the snap. Okay, there it is. got some strength to it. Two-tone strap, zipper pull, and the interior of this bag is like a chocolate brown with a little bit of gray in the interior. It's just not a pure black, it's not a pure brown either. I do use a bag organizer usually in here just because the inside lining of the bag is so dark, but I have used it with just my pouches, no problems. I've traveled with this bag with no problems. Love traveling with the MCM. I have traveled with the Leisure and the Russell and the Central. I've traveled with all of them, so they all have worked out as great travel bags, and I am planning to travel next week with this one. I think the color is great for the Christmas holiday season, and I just want to see how it carries in comparison to some of the other totes that I have traveled with. But let me give you some side by sides. If you would, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. So there we go with the MCM. MCM is a little shorter profile, good shoulder drop, but the shoulder drop is just a little bit shorter than it is on the Go Forth. Feet on the bottom of the Go Forth, you can even see those from standing way back here. No feet on the bottom of the MCM. Snap top closure, zipper top closure, both have an outside pocket, and you don't have to worry about threading either of these bags up your arm because they have a really good shoulder drop. You have a long zipper pull here, and then bottoms of softer, much softer leather, and this one again is not stuffed. But size-wise, let's see, get that off. Ah, it's soft. All right, there we go. So probably closest in, let's see, the Russell is definitely a little bit wider, but I think they're about the same in length. Of course, this one kind of tulips out, so if you're looking at that, it may give the illusion that it's a little bit bigger, but it's not. This one is actually probably a little bit longer because I think it's 16 in length. And then the bottom of the Leisure and then the Coach. Do y'all see the wrinkles on the bottom of that Coach one? Okay, but anyway. So, we're going to put earphones and watch back in. I'm going to stick one phone in the outside pocket, this is my personal phone, and then I'm going to put this one back in the inside. Got my Henry Bendel sunglass case, the Coach large, I think it's a, what is it, DK King? I think it's a 24, anyway, wristlet that I'm using as a wallet and a catch-all, keys that are going to attach right here on the top. And then the last items. My Coach pen case going back in. My nylon coin case. Brush. A catch-all. And I am adding in my Keep It Clean organizer. So, and that is everything back inside with plenty of room to spare. I'm going to snap the top. And we are all set. So, I am very pleased. Let me grab my phone again so that I can look at the comments in the chat. Let me get back to live chat because it's only showing the top chat. So we have Bag Crazy, DJ King. Hi, Cara. Ingrid, Shani Cole, Lisa J, happy Friday. We have Jane Polachek. I probably slaughtered that. Charge it to my Friday head and not my heart. We have Keisha M, Carmen Hawkins. Carolyn is in the live chat tonight. Life Help Now. Hello, hello. We have Tammy Stowen. Zelta. We have, who else? Purse Delighted. Candy Crusher. Hello, hello. Miss Angie. Living Little Kim Life. Welcome. The Curly View. Hey. Clove 007. And that's as far back as it's allowing me to scroll. So if I missed you, I do apologize. But I'm excited about the bag. I'm excited about the leather. I'm excited about the customizations that I was able to add because I'm pleased with the way they turned out. I love the shoulder drop, the thickness of the leather, so I'm not concerned about it. It is full grain leather, so I don't have to worry about if I get caught in rain or snow or anything like that because it is the cow's full butt and it is accustomed to being outside in the rain, so I don't have any concerns about that. I'm pleased with the organization and the fact that I don't have to pick a pocket for my phones because of space, because any pocket that I choose to put my phones in will work. In just a few hours again that I've carried the bag, I've noticed that the outside pocket has loosened up just a little bit, which makes my phone going in and out even more comfortable. Didn't have any issues with the pockets on the inside with my phone going in those. And then I also like the idea of, which I haven't tried any of my pens, but I have tried hanging my sunglasses on the back side of the pocket just to give me, some flexibility from an organization standpoint. And I just slid those as I was going in to vote. I took my sunglasses off, and instead of fumbling around with the hard case in my bag, I just kind of slid them in because the line was moving pretty quickly, and I knew that when I came out, once I had sanitized my hands, I was wanting to be able to reach back in my bag and grab my sunglasses and put those on. So I am pleased. The packaging, the timing, all of that was absolutely spot on. And that was the other thing. There was an inspection card in the bag in the box for the bag, and the owner of the company, Nathan, actually signed off on the inspection of my bag. So I am very, very pleased. It is a great new addition, something different from what I've had in my collection before. I am going to enjoy 21 with this bag and exploring other leather bags and brands and companies, and I'm no longer going to be tied to it having to be a big brand. I want good leather and I want good customer service. So this one has definitely set the bar Hi, it shipped yesterday, delivered UPS today, lifetime warranty in a color that I love. Customizations were as I requested, and I am excited about looking for what my next purchase will be from Go Forth Goods. Please make sure that you hit the thumbs up before you head out. Leave a comment down below if you are watching the replay. Let me know what you think. I'll go back after the live and review the live chat, and I will see you at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central tonight over on Mrs. Q's channel for Real Friday, and then I will be back on Sunday for 6 p.m.-ish for another episode of Feed Your Addiction. I do hope you enjoyed your handbag happy hour. Thank you so very much for watching. Until next time, I do hope you find something that feeds your addiction. Take care.